pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way. With a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John. That gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! Yeah, sure, there are better jobs than this, but I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! No pulpit and no Bible, just a squeegee and a rag. He'll check your oil and wipe your windshield clean. And as he airs up your tires, that greasy one-man choir bursts into some Psalm 118. Skeptics and cynics can't help but sing along. It's kind of contagious when he starts to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! With all its hassles and reasons to complain, work to do and bills we gotta pay. Still, this is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. Another day God has made. Rejoice! Sure, I've got problems, everybody does. Now this song may not solve them, still I sing it just because. This is the day if I fall down, I'll pick myself right up off the ground. This is the day, rain or shine, no matter what, I'm gonna be fine. This is the day, even if it pours, I'll find a way to weather the storm. This is the day, and if it's my last, I ain't gonna live in the past. This is the day to finally say, this is the day, this is the day, this is the day. So if your gas tank is down to its last drop, go see my buddy and just say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! This is the day the Lord has made. Another day God has made. Rejoice! This is the day the Lord has made. Come on now. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice! This is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it.
What a bop. What a bop. What a great song. What a great song. Hello, welcome. My name's Steve. You may know me as Zuba. This afternoon, a little earlier than usual. Got some stuff on tonight, so I'm here now, and we're going to do some mixing. Isn't this so cool? I love it. Oh, you can see my stream box. Hide. Still hear me? Still there? Good. All right. So, back with Tourna-mix. We got the tracks a little early this month because Eric is out for a few days, so he gave them to us a couple of days early. So getting started on August's Tourna-mix song. This is one of two. I don't know when I'll be doing the other one. I don't know if I've got any Sunday nights. So keep an eye on the notifications. Hit follow if you haven't already. and you'll find out when I do come on to do it live. I just want to bounce to this some more. This is so cool. All right. I've already brought the tracks in. As you can see, I've already done rough grouping. I think I'm going to tweak some of these and send them to different buses. But for now, I'm just going to reset this really, really rough mix that I did here. That's it. Yeah, that one's fine. Because I just had to make it sound decent enough for the playing, but we're not going to work from that. Let's take out the singing now. Let's just look at the band here. Punch is easy. This is drums. And at the moment I've got the bass in there as well. I think I'm going to keep the bass in with the punchy stuff. I do have a second bass track that I don't need to use, but we'll see. But what I am interested in is there's so many tracks in here. I didn't even hear the acoustics. Where are the acoustics? Are they playing? It's just playing the whole way through is some kind of acoustic guitar line. Didn't hear that. Did not hear that the whole way through. But we've got a ton of organs. Got the B3. Different parts of the B3 and the whirly. So I'm thinking I'm going to mix this first as organ trio is my first goal, which I've done a couple of times before. My brother's played in some. And so I am just going to leave the guitars out initially. I'm just going to mute all the guitars, and all the vocals obviously are out. And I'm going to try and approach this as drums, bass, organ. Where it's two organs technically, but bass, drum, organ, and just make that sound good, because just with and that also means take out the pans. So just really want that to vibe properly and groove well, and that I think will be the base of the song. Then we can come in and add the guitars, because most of the guitar stuff, like this funk guitar bit, it's cool, but it's not really fundamental. It's not the presence of the song. It's not quite ear candy. Like, it's more than ear candy, but it's not driving the song forward the way the rest of it is. So I'm going to leave those, and solo obviously, and the vocals of course, all going to sit nicely on top. But I'm going to start off with just the drums, of course, because there's enough parts to deal with here, and I'll come back to the bass as well. To make the drums sound good, they already sound pretty good, to be honest. Like, this is not going to be a difficult one, I don't think. And then get that work well with the bass and the organs. Hey there, Sono Dorico, welcome. Yeah, let's solo some stuff up and make it sound good. I've already trimmed everything up because all the tracks were real quiet, but that's all I've done. And yeah, that needs some. Send me a demo of a song you'd like to have feedback. Feel free to shoot me a direct message. I'm not going to do it right now, but if you send me something linked, then I'm more than happy to have a listen. Just send me a whisper. And I'll do it that way. That, I mean, is already. It's noisy, but otherwise that's a bit too thick at the low end. But otherwise, it's nice sounding kick. Let's squish it a bit. Actually, before we squish it, let's try and clean it up just a touch. I guess since I'm here, I'll give it a real quick little tap. I'm not going for real heavy kick drum because this song I don't think is going to handle it. Oh, and also that's the inside mic. So yeah, that's... We got two to work with. So let's squish this one a bit harder. Be a bit more generous with that. That's just my low end filter, so I can just listen to the overall low end. It's still got a decent amount bleeding through, but those toms are going to come out anyway. So snare top and snare bottom. I never like snare bottom mics. Can I... Oh, the ring on those. The ring on those. Let's clear out some of this other noise just for a sec. Come back to those. Come back to those. We do have a real shuffle pattern going on, so I do kind of need this low bit. So hopefully with a bit of luck, the overheads will have picked that up nicely. Kind of. Just take that where it is. Hey there, Swan. How you doing? Give it a bit more room to breathe. I'm real tempted to stick a sample in there instead. Maybe let's trigger a tom instead. Trigger. Oh no, I don't have a tom in that one, do I? What do I need? SSD sampler. I think. What's the song? The song is This Is the Day. It is very, very funky. Oh, I just need to write this one out. How much pain is writing out this tom part going to be? That looks like a decent amount of pain. I can't hear it at all with that in there. What if... Hey there, Frith! Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I don't have... I've only got kicks and snares. I don't want a kick and a snare. I want proper toms. And I don't want to have to write them all. I don't want to have to write it all by hand. Okay. Maybe we're not going to cheat and do it that way. That's what's weird. That's not even the right tom. That one's not even playing. I'm listening to the bleed, not the real track. Oh, maybe I should write it out. Maybe I should write it out. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got time. We got time. MIDI track. Give me... Yeah, I guess SSD sampler is fine. Toms. And of course I can't see it because I'm spilling. Okay, proper toms track. Is that the one I like? I think this is the one that I liked. I've done this before. We'll use these toms. It does, of course, mean that I have to write everything out. So... right from the start. Right from the start. Down there. Okay. Oh, but that one sounds good. That one, you know what? I'm not going to do this yet. I'll leave the track there now that I've set it up. But now that it's set up, let's just leave it. And I'll just focus on the actual tracks, make the actual one sound alright. Because that's the real problem. That's the real problem. Because that sounds okay. Yeah, rewriting it all out would, in fact, be a lot of work. Whereas these toms are actually all right. The challenge is when they only have a couple of hits through the whole song. Finding the bits that really matter to make sure that you're making them sound good. That looks like a good bit. This guy's got something. Yeah, listen to that. Whoa. Getting worse. To rewrite it, right? Bleh. How would you rewrite it accurately? Yes, by checking every single note and tweaking them and adjusting it and just making it sound like it fits. Now I do also have in the overheads channel, you can hear them, and so if they're out of time with that, it's going to be pretty obvious. So it's not that bad. It does require a decent amount of work. But it's actually a fairly standard thing to do these days. Luckily, the snare drum, the guy, I mean, he actually said if you Where is it? First true snare shuffle with Groot. Anyway, where is it? I challenge anyone to replace the snare on this song, lol. Because replacing the snare is standard. But this is not an easy one to do it on. I'm going to keep that hi-hat fairly central, I think. Dry it out a bit. So I got this other bass, which is clean and direct in. I don't actually think I need it. I don't actually think I need it at all. And so I'm just going to have this low organ part in drone all by itself, which just seems wrong. Seems wrong. I'll put you in drone as well. So I think if I have those two in together, that's going to give me, I'll be able to make a decent fat organ sound out of that. It's already basically there. Just balance that down a bit. It's already nice sounding. And then we've just got the whirly in this one till I add the guitars. So I think that's probably, maybe if I bring the whirly out, let's put all the organs in here together. All the drums and the bass, the organ can come here, and then we've just got guitars and extra stuff in fill. I think that's actually decent fun way to lay this one out. Get a bit more flavor in those. Screen looks so alien. The things that look like different channels on a mix is related to different stems. Yeah. So I have all of the parts here, which this is probably familiar because you've got all the waveforms, and each one of these has an associated channel. So you can see the single channel strip here at the left matches each one of these. This other view is just switch them all to vertical. So each one of these has its track behind it, all the same settings. This section over here is the mix buses. So these are the groupings. The ones on the right are the groupings. And the ones on the left, based on what's highlighted here, it's going to send them to any of those groups. And this is kind of just not everyone mixes like this, but generally you do a bit of it. Generally, you do a bit of grouping stuff, processing it as a group. And it's a different workflow. You get different sounds. And some people prefer it. I prefer it now. I didn't start there. But I've learned it. And now I kind of work with it and find that it works well for getting kind of a nice balance of everything. And it means that I can do stuff like if I compress all the stuff that I've labeled drone, which I always do because that's, it's kind of droney background stuff that's not the feature, then I can kind of group it semantically, I guess. rather than just sort of grouping it as drums, bass, guitars, which is normally what a lot of people would do. To get at least some sense of that one being present. And then I filter stuff down to lows because it's a lot easier to get the balance between kind of sub ranges of frequencies. This range doesn't matter much right now because there's only organs, but this low end is mostly full. You can barely tell if that's in there. If you like this more tactile in a UI sense, it's certainly closer to what you'd actually have if you were mixing this at an old style desk. And this is designed to copy Harrison's desks. So yeah, it's far more like what you'd get in an actual studio. I like that. I don't think there's anything too off there. It doesn't need the bass DI. Let's just deactivate that one. Let's check out what comes in from the fill. No, I'm gonna say this acoustic probably belongs in drone as well. Let's get it kind of blending in with the rest of it. Not sure. It doesn't look like we have guitar anywhere that doesn't also have organ. So we blend it in nicely with the organ, then that'll sit. It'll be nice. All right, now let's check out these other guitars. What do you got for me? Mic 1. Got 2 mics. I don't know if they're meant to be. I don't know if that's adding any stereo image there or not. It's not adding. It's not giving me a lot of depth, but let's assume that it is there for just a bit. I've got them not quite perfectly mirrored because I want a bit of kind of spread round to the left. All right, before I go any further, let's put on some of the master bus processing. Just because this is going to make things louder, and when it does that, then I'm going to have to take that into account when I balance everything else. So I'll just get it in there. I will make things quieter so it's not going to be ear blastingly loud. What else do I normally do there? Mastering EQ. Yes, I am pusher. Master desk. L3. And I think one of the things that I messed up with the last round of mixes was doing too much in some of these. So I'm going to try and do a little bit less with each one. Really just add the polishing stages. This one I do like the high-res CD master. It's already louder. It's nice and loud now. Nice and loud. Probably going to have to bring all of these down just a touch to make some more room for the vocals. Because here we go. We have some vocals. Now, I already know that these rejoices are too loud. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Well, what are we looping right now?
Jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. Better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice.
Okay, let's jump back to the start and we'll get kind of the early on vocals.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island.
Let's give him some reverb as well. He's so dry. So dry. Transatlantic plate, of course. The classic. Okay. I guess smoother one. We'll take it smooth and long. Yoran, welcome. Welcome. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. I should stream earlier more often. Everyone's coming out today. Well, I might be. I might not have my usual evening times for the rest of the month, so I might be out earlier. Just woke up. Good morning.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way. With a verse from the good book, pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. Yes, sure.
Okay. I want that to be quite a bit shorter so it dies off quicker and I can have it a bit louder.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off.
I might give it a delay as well. I'm going to do that. Let's throw combat kit on. And just try and get just a single quarter note.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off. With a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John, that gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. Yes, sure. There are better jobs than this.
We outside the club? Yeah. We're now we're outside the club. I think this other one is just listening to the backstage. This is just the reverb. I've just soloed up the reverb. I could mute everything else. Probably makes more sense.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way. With a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John.
That gas
pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice.
Woo! Rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. That bit is so loud. That bit is so loud. Apologies in advance. We're gonna loop the rejoices for a bit.
Rejoice! Yes, sure. 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 Rejoice!
You rejoicing yet? You rejoicing yet? Everyone in chat? You've been told. Being told. Gotta rejoice. Gotta rejoice.
Rejoice! Yes, sure. Rejoice! Yes, sure. Rejoice!
Yes, sir. Good swan. Good swan.
Luke or John, that gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. Yes, sure. There are better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it.
Oh, I'm adjusting the wrong one. How are you so loud there? Okay. Why is it suddenly so loud on that one?
'Cause this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice.
So what I want to do with each of these instruments, and I always try and do this in a mix, is not have anything sticking out to the point where you feel physical pressure in your ear. That for me is like, it's not smooth. It's not kind of all blending and flowing nicely together. There's occasional exceptions to that. So like the guitar solo should have a bit of that. The drums definitely should. So they should be like poking. But you know, one part of the organ, especially one odd note here and there.
Because this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. No pulpit.
Should just be, you know, it should all be, you know, flowing together nicely. Flowing together nicely. I just realized I did not bring in one of the most important parts. I've been leaving out the steel drums. I promised steel drums. Oh yeah. I mean, it's clearly synthesized. I don't have to do a whole lot to that sound. I just gotta make it fit.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island.
Let's give it a bit more reverb. Let's give it its own reverb. I think they've earned it. Mix bus 6. You're gonna be. Let's just make your drum verb. I think probably the snare could do with some as well. Not too much. Not too much. That might be okay. It's loud, but... That's nice.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his...
That has got some nasty bits in there. I like most of that.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way.
The left-right channel on that drum, a choice you have to make in the mix. How do songwriters decide something like that when writing, playing live? Which drum in particular do you mean? Are you talking about the steel drum? The being all over the place left and right? That is going to be baked into the patch that they've been playing it with because it's synthesized. But it's going to be simulating, because a steel drum, if you haven't seen it, is, you know, it's the top of a steel drum. Like, it's a big circle that's been beat into shape, but you don't have like a normal scale left to right like you do on piano. You've got all the notes kind of scattered around side to side so that you can play it kind of left, right, left, right, left, right around the back of it. So you would normally get, if you stuck your head like right in the middle of it, you're going to get the kind of bouncing left to right effect of the pans, really. But it's never actually going to sound like that in real life, because you're not going to have your head stuck right in the middle of it. It probably sounds like that to the person playing it. So what I will do on that is I'll bring out this and narrow it up a bit. Yeah, they got the little dimples in it. So I don't even know how they make it. I mean, it's just such a so cleverly done to get such a nice sound out of something that really just looks like it's been beaten with a hammer.
this guy who pumped.
But I really want that back quite a bit, and I want that drum verb down even quieter. So I do want it to be a bit dry. But yeah, I mean, the left-right, it's kind of like when you're writing for strings, you think about bowing patterns. If you're writing for brass instruments, you think about breathing patterns. And if you're a brass player, then you also think about, is it physically possible to get from one finger position to the other one for the instrument? So yeah, when you're writing, you'd try and take that into account as much as you possibly could. But these days, when you're writing for a synthesizer, it's like you write whatever you want. Write whatever you want, and it'll mostly figure it out. But yeah, in this it would be, I've got some control to change it, right? So I can narrow it down, I can pan it off slightly to one side, which is what I've done now, to make it a little less kind of all embracing and intense. Though I don't kind of hate it, but it is just something that you've got to know when you're writing for the instrument, that's what you're going to get. It's like, some instruments have a fixed key. Like if you're writing for bagpipes, then you pick a key and it better be A, because if it's not A, it's not going to work.
There's this guy.
So I want that to be the ear candy, not the leading part.
From the good book, maybe Luke or John. That gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. Yeah, sure, there are better jobs than this, but I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. No pulpit and no Bible, just a squeegee and a rag. He'll check your oil and wipe your windshield clean. And as he airs up your tires,
Just cleaning up some of the highest frequencies there. There's some noise. Something is making noise. One of my plugins is generating noise. That's what all that high frequency stuff is.
From the good book.
I can just about hear it. What's making that noise? But I turned the tape noise off. Album you're listening to, a lot of left-right channel changes in particular songs. It's a really cool effect. It's actually a real interesting thing to listen to the changes over time, because the way we approach panning these days in modern music is actually really different from when it first came about. And I think the Beatles did a lot of that as well. I can't say I've listened to a ton of their stuff for it, but there's definitely there's music out there that is just written to really use or abuse. Where is that noise? Where is it? Where is that noise coming from? Where's the noise? Guess it's in one of those plugins. Lot of stuff it's it's either mixed or engineered or actually written to really use it. Oh, you've got noise. You've got noise, don't you? Where's the noise? So that quantize. There we go.
From the good book, maybe Luke or John. That gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. Yeah.
I didn't bring in the reference track. Why did I not like the reference track? Okay, guess not. Let's check out what happens when we get to the solo bit and then the breakdown.
Rejoice. song may not solve them, still I sing it just because. This is the day if I fall down.
Sorry, no fame in here. No famous people allowed. No famous people. Only noobs. Only us noobs in here. Let's get that solo up a little bit. That was just a bit not kind of front and center for me.
Rejoice! Sure, I've got
Oh, that's what's happening there. That's really pushing into the bus compressor on that one.
Rejoice!
I think that works a bit better together.
Work to do and bills we gotta pay. Still, this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. Another day God has made. Rejoice! Sure, I've got problems. Everybody does. Now this song may not solve them, still I sing it just because. This is the day if I fall down, I'll pick myself right up off the ground. This is the day, rain or shine, no matter what, I'm gonna be fine. This is the day, even if it pours, I'll find a way to weather the storm. This is the day, and if it's my last, I ain't gonna live in the past. This is the day to finally say, this is the day, this is the day, this is the day. So if your gas tank is down to its last drop, go see my buddy and just say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. Work.
I didn't mean to pause there. That happens if you accidentally click on the marker as it's going. Just going to bring the guitar down in this bit a little bit so I don't have to take too much out of the solo itself.
Sure, I've got problems. Everybody does. It's my last. I ain't gonna live in the past. This is the day to finally say, this is the day, this is the day, this is the day. So if your gas tank is down to its last drop, go see my buddy and just say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made.
All right, let's have the patience of a saint mixing this. Yeah, an aneurysm. I have to mute the vocals. I have dealt with worse. This is actually really, really good. This is so easy and so smooth. Was anyone here for the wobbly one? Was anyone here for the wobbly one? You remember that? That was yeah. That guy was just, I don't know. Everyone struggled with that one. You don't like rejoicing? What's looky? Come on, rejoice, be happy. All right. Where was this key change? I want to make a bigger deal out of the key change if I can.
Say, fill me up. This is. Say, fill me up.
Can I make a bit more space there?
Say, fill me up. This is.
Can I?
Say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made.
There's just a nice bit more of a gap there. Bit more of a gap. That bass DI isn't playing anyway.
Say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made.
It feels a little bit rude to go deleting like that guitar solo bit from there. Maybe the guitarist went and maybe if I only put it half in there.
Say, fill me up. This is the day.
I just like it better without. It's just better without it.
Say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. This is the day the Lord has made. Another day God has made. Rejoice.
I mean, it's got steel drums. It can't be, it's not exactly the most stereotypical Christian music you've ever heard. That said, I did visit a church once and where they had guests performing that day, the local steel drum orchestra. I think it was in Texas. Texas is weird, man. But it's like, it was an old classy church and there was like 6 steel drums up at the front and a choir. And it was not the best thing I've ever been to. I'll say that. It was Hawaiian Christian rock. No, it wasn't rock. I don't even think it was rock. I think they were just doing like normal hymns that you'd play on an organ, but with steel drums instead. Just like, at least this has rocked it up a bit and they brought some guitars. But this other one was just, okay, someone had an idea and they ran with it. And yeah, you ran with it, and that was the time. And we're not running with it again.
Yeah, this is the day the Lord has made. Come on now. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice.
I feel pretty good about it. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's leave some things lingering a bit.
Rejoice.
So we get kind of that nice clean ending. Boy, I feel like I'm either missing something or this one's come together really nice and quick. I'm going to leave the count in there. I like it. 2.
There's this guy.
Kind of want to spread some of that organ out a bit more. Can I do that? Is that going to, did I tune those vocals or is it just the layering? I haven't done anything to the vocals, but it's probably been tuned already. I haven't listened that closely, but I think they've been processed quite a bit already. They tend to, when we get given this stuff for the contest, they tend to have been.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face.
Yeah, I think there's some tuning on that.
Tank is low or your soul's running on empty. He'll top you off and send you on your way.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like Melodyne. There's a bit of the saturation that Melodyne puts on stuff.
Top you off and send you on your way.
Yeah, you can hear it on that bit. That sounds like a Melodyne job. So yeah, plus occasionally you can get stuff that's well compressed from like a decent hardware setup, but generally I think we get the vocals mostly done, which is a shame because so much of my experience is working on terribly recorded vocals and trying to make the best of it. So I feel like I'd have an unfair advantage in this contest if we had terribly recorded vocals. Okay, organ is more spread out. Has it ruined it? I don't think so.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way. With a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John. That gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made.
I mean, it's not the only, Melodyne isn't the only auto-tune, but we can definitely try it out, because where's my vocal track? So the one I'd normally use is Waves Tune, which doesn't always work super well in this program. Melodyne is one of them, and Auto-Tune is the other. There's some companies, Auto-Tune is actually the product. Neither of them are strictly Auto-Tune, because Auto-Tune tends to refer to the effect when, the robotic effect. Melodyne has a fantastic UI when you get the hang of it.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face.
So this, I really like Waves Tune. I like this tune plugin because it doesn't mess with the tone in the same way that Melodyne does. Melodyne is amazing for extracting MIDI. Oh man, I've done that for so many bass guitars. When the bass guitarist doesn't quite nail things, or just the sound is off and it's real hard to fix, then you just extract the bass into a MIDI track and run it back through a decent plugin. But yeah, looking at this, normally you can just about see some orange line behind the green. You can see the orange line stick up there. But like, corrected versus uncorrected is like, this is clearly already tuned. It's clearly already tuned. It's doing nothing to it. So I do like the sound of Waves Tune because it's so transparent. The UI is pretty good as well. Melodyne's is better. Melodyne's about the only one that can do multiphonic audio as well. So you can, in theory, it doesn't always sound amazing, but you can, in theory, get like a full guitar chord and adjust just one note in it, or a full piano chord, and adjust one note in the middle of the chord and leave the rest alone. Which, yeah, I mean, if you need to do it and you can't fake it some other way, then I guess that's what you do. I do have Melodyne. I don't think I can load it up in this one. I don't think it's. Oh, it's there. It is there. I've never actually tried it. Maybe it works well. Maybe it's gonna crash. I don't want an update. Don't want an update. Okay.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face.
Is that even capturing? Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Can I have playback? No. Yeah, so you can do all the tweaks and adjust the length, adjust the pitch, adjust everything. This recording is solidly clean, yeah. There's no, I could record myself singing out of tune and fix that, but I don't think it's worth the embarrassment. I'm not here to advertise products that I paid for. So, but Melodyne, if you'd like me to sing out of tune on stream and then correct it, feel free to send me an upgrade. That's not happening. That's not happening. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I know I've only been going like an hour. I've only been going an hour, and this is what happens when the drums just sound good to begin with. There's not much left to be done. Let's adjust this. So if you haven't been using headphones, it's probably sounded extra weird to you because I've had my headphone correction on. I'm going to turn that off. I have explored those connections before, Swan, and did not get as far as I would have liked. So I'm gonna try again. I do know who the connection is. I've met the guy. There's a guy at Microsoft whose whole job is like working with audio doors and companies and stuff. And I'm like, can I have your job one day? I'm not ready for it yet, but one day I'll take that one. It's not even Bill Gates. No, his name's Pete Brown. He's all over Twitter. So yeah, just turn the headphones plug-in off and have a listen, see how that changes it. But if you're not in headphones, you might not notice, or it might just sound better. To me, it's going to sound clearer and a bit more kind of stretched out. I get a clearer view of the stereo, but it's so much wider that it's not realistically wide.
Who pumps gas on the full serve island? He's always got a big smile on his face.
I think that can come down a bit.
And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way.
Mono check's always good.
With a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John. That gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it.
You want a car test? Let me bring this guy back in. I have better than a car test. I have the boombox test. See this little guy up here?
It's a day God has made. Rejoice. Yeah, sure, there are better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it.
And this is the big speaker test.
It's a day God has made. Rejoice.
That last one is really good for just smearing the bass and showing up in headphones when you've got far too much low end, because it destroys it if it's not clean. Though I have found it doesn't work as well for me as filtering down and just listening to, just going outside the club and have a listen. As long as it's, I found, mostly bass guitar is what I want to be hearing here, but I want every kick to be fairly clean. Which, that feels good to me. Each band should be listenable. It should, it's going to sound different, but it should be listenable.
Sing along. It's kind of contagious when he starts to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made.
Except right at the top. Right at the top is always a bit weird.
Rejoice with all its hassles and reasons to complain. Work to do and bills we gotta pay. Still, this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. Another day God has made. Rejoice. Sure, I've got problems. Everybody does. Now this song, solve them. Still I sing it just because. This is the day if I fall down, I'll pick myself right up off the ground. This is the day, rain or shine, no matter what, I'm gonna be fine. This is the day, even if it pours, I'll find a way to weather the storm. This is the day, and if it's my last, I ain't gonna live in the past. This is the day to finally see. This is the day. This is the day, this is the day. So if your gas tank is down to its last drop, go see my buddy and just say, fill me up.
Okay, so the problem I've got now, well, this is not really a problem. The joy that I have now is it doesn't really build up enough. I want it to get bigger and more exciting. And because it really feels so samey. So samey along the way. So now that I've kind of got, I feel like the end is about as big as it needs to get. I feel like once we hit here,
this is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. This is the day.
I want some reverb on that guitar. Can I just stick in the drum verb? Is that okay?
This is the day the Lord has has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made.
That's okay.
Rejoice. This is the day the Lord has made. Another day God has made. Rejoice.
Bit more reverb on the guitar there. But I feel like that's kind of the peak of it, and I don't want it to feel like it's peaking all the way back at the start.
Tank is low, or your soul's running on empty.
So I've got a few controls that are good to mess with. I like messing with the input level to my tape, because that's going to affect the overall volume and just a bit of the intensity as well. Where is it at the moment? We're at 1.7.
Tank is low, or your soul's running on empty.
Just a little lighter, a little thinner.
And send you on your way with a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John.
I think I should probably bring it closer back to zero anyway. We've got more signal in there and it's peaking. So I can automate that down. As long as it finishes off at about 1, that's going to be okay. And then, of course, I've got each level for every bus. So I think the guitars are probably fine because they kind of grow a bit, but this drone track I might mess with. So let's just try automating these and see if I can get some nice growth throughout the song.
Just say, fill me up.
Okay, so that's the point. Halfway through bar 80. Halfway through bar 80. That must be a 2/4 bar. That must be a 2/4 bar. Okay, so let's. Okay, give me. Oh, what? You can't give me a 1 dB. What's a 1 dB? That's 1.4. That'll do. That'll do.
Go see my buddy and just say, fill me up. Everybody does.
We'll bring things down a little bit for the bridge. There's the bridge.
Sing it just. Sure. Sure, I've got problems.
Okay. We're starting up about that.
Sure, I've got problems. Everybody does. Now this song may not solve them. Still, I sing it just down to its last drop. Go see my buddy and just say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made.
And we just got a nice bigger hit. Hey there, Aura. How you doing? Good to see you. I really do need to start streaming earlier. Okay, is that's gotten a little bit quieter there now. Let's try and see what I'm doing. 2.2, that's good. So we'll chill everything out a bit for the bridge. I think we've got a chorus.
It's a day God has made. It's kind of contagious when he starts to sing this song. This is the day the Lord.
Okay, and we'll. You could do with cooling down a little. Have you still got hot weather down there? Raining. Oh man, it's nice outside. I'd honestly rather be outside, but I got to get this done, and I'm probably not gonna have another chance after this. If I wrap up early, I'm going outside. It's like 20 degrees. Is it 17? Every single one of my devices says a different temperature, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How wide is it mixed at the? Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that's been added as a permitted term now. How wide is it mixed at the climax versus the rest? It's wide throughout. Good call. That's absolutely the other thing that I can control and mess with. So I'll narrow things up. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to accept it on its own. I can. I'm not gonna delete that message. Yeah, climax was sex-based talk. So, how there's probably a dirty joke in there that I'm not gonna make, but you can make it, and Automod will let you make the joke now.
First to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made.
Okay, that might be good enough for all the way back to the start, I think.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the floor. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it.
It was just kind of roomy and spacious up to that point, and then we pushed the intensity up a bit. Stereo width. Now, I've only got one kind of control. Let's take the master desk control, because that has a stereo, where is it? Stereo enhance that goes both positive and negative.
This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made.
It's nice and subtle as well. That's actually really subtle.
This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made.
So yeah, by the time we get to this point, let's get it up nice and high.
This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Be my buddy and just say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day.
And I mean, that's kind of an arbitrary line that I've got throughout, but
there's this guy who pumps.
It's really just pulling the drums in. It's really just pulling the drums in a bit. Maybe I should go further, but I like having the width on there. It's actually real tempting to automate the pans in as well. That's already I already squeezed them in once. I think that'll be okay.
I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. Yeah, sure. There are better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made.
I think that's the only place where we've got an actual hi-hat pattern going. The rest is just all bleed. There's a bit in there.
Mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is
It's mostly coming from the overheads anyway. No.
God has made. Rejoice. Yeah, sure. There are better jobs than this. But I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made.
I don't really want to overshadow the snare, but I'm getting a lot of snare from the overheads anyway. Okay, and I've also got my organs to try to now Automod has got me thinking about dirty jokes. I don't want to finish that sentence. The nice fat organs making it sound full. That's exactly how I described it earlier. That's exactly how I would describe it to my mom if she asked. So I think that's okay.
Fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. This is the day the Lord has made. is the day the Lord has made. Come on now. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice.
Okay, I like keeping my faders movable, so I'm going to automate the compressor makeup instead, and we're just gonna step it up. In fact, I've adjusted for that now. So we're going to step things up
Fill me up.
at kind of each key change at the very least. Come on, point.
Fill me up.
That should go.
Just say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made. I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice. This is the
And then we get to do another one. Let's just go about 3.5.
day God has made. Rejoice. This is the day the Lord has made. Another day God has made. Rejoice. Yeah, this is the day the Lord has made. Come on now. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice.
Have a bit more harmony.
Yeah, this is the day the Lord has made. Come on now.
That's not even a harmony, is it? That's unison.
This is the day the Lord has made. Come on now.
Come on now.
This is the day the Lord has made.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the day the Lord has made. Come on now. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice.
That's definitely fatter at the end now than at the beginning, which is good.
Guy who pumps gas on the full serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way. With a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John.
I think I'm just going to do the playthrough. I think we're going to call that done. Done enough for now. As I always do with these, I'll leave it for, I've got weeks to leave it for this time. But I'll leave it for a few days at least and go back and have a listen to it. Definitely seemed like it wanted an old school extended fade out. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's probably why the Rejoice came in. That's probably why they put that in there so they didn't have to play for the next 10 minutes. But yeah, what a cool groove. What an awesome groove. It's like, I want to play over this. Like, what a jam. What a jam. Love it. Yeah, so I'll bounce it out afterwards. I'm not going to do that on stream, but we'll do a playthrough before I go. A couple of days' time, I'll check it back. I might do an actual car test with this one. I might stick it in the car, but car speakers these days are just so good. I'm more likely to do a soundbar check. Just play it through the TV and sub and everything I've gotten there. Just to show up if my low end is completely out of place, which I'm hoping it's not. I've been managing to get the low end in a good spot since I went back to checking this. So hopefully that's all good. And yeah, that's it. Short stream. Car speakers definitely boost bass as default, but they also stick the bass in the boot, so it's got to travel through like the whole body of the car to get all the way through. It's mine at least does do weird stuff with the left right. So if you put something in and your stereo separation is not good, you're gonna notice it, and I notice it all the time on old stuff that I've got in there. the old stuff that I mixed in there, and I'm just like, oh, I did that. But it's still such a pain to. I should just use Bluetooth, but I don't have my phone connected to the car, so I could do it that way. That would be easy. All right, cool. Short stream, but it's a nice afternoon, so I want to get outside. And if it's a nice morning for you guys, wherever you happen to be, then hope you find a way to enjoy it as well. Yeah, if you haven't already, hit follow. I normally stream Sunday evenings, but it looks like that's probably not going to happen for this month. So if you'd like to catch my streams, hit follow. You'll get a notification. I'll do mixing, occasionally video editing or Blender work if I've got stuff going on, which I might have some Blender stuff going on. So stick around. I might stream that. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be back whenever I'm next back online. Got another Tourna-mix song to do this month, which is another cool one. Not quite as groovy as this, but very cool in its own way. So yeah, thanks for joining, and I will see you next time. Let's play. I forget who wrote this. I think it's on my screen. Is it on my final screen? No, it's not. Who did I say it was? Mark Mulligan. Mark Mulligan wrote this, performed it. I don't know, sang it. We got the tracks. And yeah, here we go. Enjoy.
There's this guy who pumps gas on the full-serve island. He's always got a big smile on his face. And when your tank is low or your soul's running on empty, he'll top you off and send you on your way. With a verse from the good book, maybe Luke or John. That gas pumping gospel preacher loves to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! Yeah, sure, there are better jobs than this, but I'll do mine with joy and happiness. 'Cause this is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! No pulpit and no Bible, just a squeegee and a rag. He'll check your oil and wipe your windshield clean. And as he airs up your tires, that greasy one-man choir bursts into some Psalm 118. Skeptics and cynics can't help but sing along. It's kind of contagious when he starts to sing this song. This is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! With all its hassles and reasons to complain, work to do and bills we gotta pay. Still, this is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. Another day God has made. Rejoice! Everybody does. Now this song may not solve them, still I sing it just because. This is the day if I fall down, I'll pick myself right up off the ground. This is the day, rain or shine, no matter what, I'm gonna be fine. This is the day, even if it pours, I'll find a way to weather the storm. This is the day, and if it's my last, I ain't gonna live in the past. This is the day to finally say, this is the day, this is the day, this is the day. So if your gas tank is down to its last drop, go see my buddy and just say, fill me up. This is the day the Lord has made, I'll rejoice in it. It's a day God has made. Rejoice! This is the day the Lord has made. Another day God has made. is the day the Lord has made.